One of the coolest booths at GenCon 2022 is, of course, Dwarven Forge, maker of top-of-the-line terrain for our tabletop RPGs. They're getting ready to launch their Cities Unleashed Kickstarter this fall, and we are going to give you an early sneak peek with our favorite Dwarven Forger, Nate Taylor. And if you're looking for some stories to tell on your awesome dungeon terrain, check out the Big Bads from Hit Point Press. Big Bads are unique 5e boss monsters ready to be placed into any campaign. Each Big Bad comes with a PDF full of boss details such as backstory, personality, stats, tactics, and more, as well as printable reference materials for the boss, their allies, and their items. You can buy individual Big Bads or pick up bundles of 6 for a discount, so you'll always have someone to challenge your gaming group. Check out Big Bads at hitpointpress.com/big-bads. All right, we are here at the Dwarven Forge booth with Nate Taylor. Nate, how's your con going so far?
It's fantastic. We're so excited to be here and out showing our wares and surrounded by so many good people.
It seems like such an exciting time because you just delivered Wildlands. Like we just over
Literally, like last week we get the last packages arrived in Europe and like finally done. It's really happy. And a ton of people have been coming up to us at the con and be like, oh, I got my stuff, it's so cool, it's so exciting, like, I got my toys finally, they're awesome.
I don't know if you've seen any of our latest videos, but I made this huge setup with a waterfall multi-level set to show off all the minis that we do now. You get this huge Dwarven Forge setup.
But I have to now. I know what I have to watch when I get home, right?
I think it's a beautiful setup. We get like when people first started noticing, oh, you have Wildlands.
You know how to build. You're no stranger to building.
I don't know, but like looking at your setup here is amazing.
22 square feet. It took me 3 days to build, but I wanted to go big, and we hadn't been to Gen Con in 2 years, so it was like we got to go nuts.
And I recognize a lot of Wildlands up in here, and I recognize, is that Castle Builder back over there?
Yeah, do you want to? Should we do a tour through the thing?
Absolutely.
Questions more first, or should we just go? Should we just get in the train and get crazy?
Let's get in the train. Let's get in the crazy train.
Yeah, there we go.
Aye. Exactly.
Pardon me, man. All right, so if you can actually pop around on this side for a moment.
And we can get video to put over top of it too.
Yes, pop on in. All right, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to showcase as much variety of terrain as we could. And Toby was tackling that back corner. Hamster was tackling, we did a little Mustafar thing here with Stormtrooper, with the Star Wars Legion. We have a war game thing in the middle, but I was tackling this corner here, which was mostly Wildlands, Castle, and our new city stuff. So we'll get to the city stuff in a sec. But we start with, we had a little tribute to Dungeon, right? Because Dungeon's where it all started. And we have, of course, in the center, the Dwarven Forge. Sadly, the batteries run out. We're on day 3 of the con here, and we did not change that one. But little tribute to Ruined Old Dungeon. This is where we all started. And then spilling into the wilderness. We're showing off the light puck. And there are clearly some adventurers, get this out here. Clearly some adventurers are hanging out about, maybe they've already gone in and gotten slaughtered. Snuck in a little hellscape over here embedded in the mountain, showing how you can use it with the Wildlands. And this is one of my favorite bits, is the first big discovery cave, right? So there's some hellscape in there, and you can't really even see the whole thing from the floor. It was trying to just like D&D, like I want to see what's in the pit, what's next, what's in there. I want people to crane their heads and see, wonder what else is hidden in this thing. Lots and lots of Easter eggs. We got to do some fun floating drift stones up here, do a lot of verticality, because that's always bring the up energy up, brings us up to the castle. Haven't really officially named the castle. I was kind of calling it Greyhawk Tower because my kids are Grayson and Hawken, but it turns out Greyhawk is maybe already taken, so I don't know. We'll have to work with something.
I won't tell
there.
if you don't.
Okay, it's totally secret. Don't put this on the internet, right? No internet.
Between us. Okay. Between us.
Totally secret. We got those fun little caves and cliffs here. 3 layers of escarpments to get us lots of verticality, right? So we show people, once again, verticality looks good at on the con floor. Peppered this up with just all the ridiculous accessories we could find in here.
You may have a little bit of a rodent problem, I'm afraid to tell you.
Yeah, but I live for rodent problems. So I have a fondness for rats, I'll be honest. So we're working our way around this castle, which we won't say the name of this castle. Working our way around here. We got a piper down. We got another little discovery thing. We got the Bleakmire Basilisk hiding in there with his LED eyes. And then up here is our first little sneak peek at some of the new Cities Untold stuff. So this is one, it's a fieldstone arch piece that takes our little portcullises, so you can use like the dungeon portcullises in, or all the inserts in your city builder stuff. So it's one little tease there. You kind of work your way through. We got a bunch of our arcane arches from Wildlands. This is the resin piece that Michelle did, which is like unbelievable, like spectacular next level detail. This is like classic Dwarven Forge.
This is just on display in my living room right now. Oh, it's not even part of it. It's just
this is why you're awesome.
It's just in my living room.
So then we have once again more driftstones, fun stuff. Hidden under here, one of my favorite bits. Down at kid level, we have some crystal caverns tucked away, just for the lucky few that managed to get those, showing them off. Then we transition down to some forest, more Wildlands excitement here, showing us some of the flora and the fauna, doing the river thing. Oh no, where's her? Oh, Crimson Claw Wyvern, she flew off. She's defending her nest here from some sneaky kobolds trying to steal their eggs. Moving our way out into the swampy bits. Ooh, the spreading spore claw, letting spores out into the land. Some adventurers getting into all sorts of trouble. And they're working their way into this little port town here, which is our teaser of Cities Untold. So we've got a little dockside sort of scenario happening. Lots of boats coming in, some docks. These aren't even the new docks, right? These are just the existing stuff. Wait to see the new stuff. We have multi-level scaffolding bits that are going to work with these. That you can do multi-level dock madness with diagonals and whatnot, and you can use them for like balconies and mezzanines and widow's walks. We're gonna have a little suspended bridge that'll connect these, like a nice curve. You know, our original bridge from Caverns Deep didn't have like the curve. It wanted more gravity. So we're doing like a 1-piece or a 6-inch that's got like that, got a lot of gravity to it. And then this is a great sampling of our ramshackle, not just a ramshackle, our rustic wood, which will let you do, this is kind of a ramshackle warehouse, but you can do nicer wood buildings or rundown wood buildings. So basically, just about everywhere you're going to do an encounter that's buildings, wood. Plain old wood, right? It could be a farmhouse, could be an abandoned warehouse, could be a thieves guild, could be a tavern. Anybody ever have a fight in a tavern? I don't know, in D&D? But you're going to be able to do everything with wood. Wood. We got modular roofs. We're super excited about these. You're going to be able to do all sorts of different, any sort of shape that you can build with the building, you'll be able to cover with a roof. We have diagonals that we don't have here yet. We have a horizontal peg system that's going to hold these all together, so you'll be able to lift off the roof in one big section to reveal like what's underneath. Similarly with the levels, we're going to be able to join the levels with our biscuits, our horizontal pegs. We're calling them biscuits because, you know, why not? See, we have fun cantilevers and whatnot. We're going to have tons of little accessories and dressing, right? Because we love the little details, right? Mm-hmm. Give that room some character, give some narrative there that somebody can grab onto and say, oh wait, I want to grab that thing and throw it up there, or explore that or whatnot. We have freestanding wooden walls that you can use to break up. Whoa, look at this. We tore apart some tea lights to do some lighting thing, and you can break up your rooms by using freestanding walls, or in this case we're using that here to make like little yards and break up the kind of slums. Once again, break up some movement, kind of make it interesting, and everything's scatter built, right? So it's really organic and kind of crooked and makes it feel a little more lifelike. We have a 1-inch elevation system. Super excited about. So we're gonna have some stuff that lets you go up 1 inch. So 2 of these gets you 2 inches, which is the height of a building. You can build buildings on these so you can stagger your heights, get some visual variety. You'll be able to connect to our seawalls. So we're gonna have like a seawall system so you can get up from the seawalls and here and the little ramps and stairs. We've got, what else we have over here? We have a whole slew of decor there. I don't know if you can see, we have to pop in for a close-up on those, but we got like whole tavern set up in here, multi-layer bit. Oh no, walls are falling over. But we're no supports here. This has the extra horizontal pegs. The only two floors we have that actually have the horizontal pegs, but use it to sort of show off. You can build that out. Multi-layer, crazy roofs, and then in the back here we have our first taste of ashlar. So this is our like fancy wood. It's stone. Fancy stone, cream color. It's gonna be for doing temples and churches and manor houses, or I don't know, anything with fancy. And the highlight is gonna be, we're gonna have some stained glass. These are just little proxies. It's all printed out paper, but we're gonna have glossy acetate, clear acetate that you can pop in and change out your stained glass patterns, so you can customize your stained glass windows, and lots more to come too. But this is all we could get together for GenCon. I mean, the team's been working nonstop to just try and get it all together and have something to show off.
You got one back there that may have had a bad day. It looks
probably the worst day ever.
Yeah,
this is actually, we stole this from our original cities.
City builder, yeah.
Yeah, so we're showing a little compatibilities because all this stuff will play with our original cities.
Yeah.
We're sort of expanding on it, building out. It's all standalone, but also works together. So, in general, if you can buy into our stuff, we want you to be able to keep expanding and building and using the stuff, and because people are going to cross-pollinate, right? They're going to put this here and that there and mix this with that, and we want to just give you the tools, not tell you how to use them, just give you the tools and let you use them in a lot of different ways. And
So
hopefully, tell a lot of great stories.
Absolutely, that's what we're all here for.
What do you got?
No, it's just so you have the kind of wooden style buildings with the kind of different style roofs, and you have the stone temple. What was it called again? I didn't hear.
It's ashlar stone.
Ashlar stone.
Fine masoned, like very specifically shaped bricks.
Are there any other styles that are going to be released along with Cities Untold?
Those are our two core building styles. We'll have a little bit of Tudor and Fieldstone from our original city builder. We'll build on that a little bit. We may have some cobblestones for the streets, which will have a pattern like this. Eli figured out this really neat cobblestone pattern that it has the 1-inch squares, but there's also circles in there and stars, and it looks really neat out wide. We're gonna have some muddy ground options. We're gonna have a lot of decor. We're gonna have maybe a few minis. Maybe, it's to be honest, we're still making stuff like as fast as we can. So I don't even know everything that we're gonna end up having in here, but we're very excited to share this stuff with the world and see how excited people get.
And you're planning to launch, it sounds in fall, haven't quite narrowed it down just yet.
Yeah, it turns out art takes a little time. Turns out everything in a pandemic takes a little time. Turns out delays are the new normal. So we're not a little squirrely on the date, but it'll probably be tail end of this year. As soon as we can, as soon as we're ready, we're gonna launch it out. But if you go to dwarvenforge.com/cities, you can sign up for the list and we'll let you know exactly when it's coming up. We'll give you some previews. We're previewing stuff on Twitch. We're going to blast out a few emails. We'll let you know. We'll sing from the mountaintops, from the Aranthor mountaintops, as it were, when we're ready.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have a very entertaining Twitch show that y'all do regularly where you tease and you show how some of this was developed, how you go about making all this. How often do y'all do your show?
Every Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, we stream for 2 hours and we show. It's a variety of things. We generally like to show the process, like, hey, here's what we're working on. We've had live sculpting on there. Sometimes we show the mock-ups and geometry. Sometimes we just do live builds. Sometimes we have guests in the industry on. It's pretty freeform, and we don't plan it maybe too far in advance. But the last Wednesday of every month, we're doing a cities deep dive. So that's one thing we know. Until we launch, we'll be doing a cities deep dive the last Wednesday of every month, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's twitch.tv/DwarvenForge live, because we're live.
Well, Nate, congratulations on wrapping up Wildlands, getting that out into the wilds. We are so excited to have it. So many great adventures already taking place there. You must be hearing stories from folks who are getting it.
It is absolutely the best part of being here is people are coming up telling us, thank you, you're making my story so exciting. Hey, I did this thing, showing me pictures of their builds. Hey, here's this custom cabinet I built to hold this thing up. Here are my kids building with this thing. It's just the best. And you know what? More and more to come. People are just still unboxing it, so it's really exciting to see where it goes.
And there's all the thoughtful little details in there too that bring the storytelling out when you're playing. That maybe it's something you didn't even plan, but because there's some little thing in there, it can spawn whole new stories. So just facilitating storytelling and imagination is kind of what we're all here for, and what we love all these things for. So thank you, and thank you for just being a positive member of the community. You always bring a lot of light and sunshine to everything you do, and you've been a big supporter of us too over the years. So we really just appreciate you and what you're doing for the industry.
Well, you're a bottle of sunshine yourself. You're doing great stuff, and I love to see how you're growing. And we will always be a supporter. You're doing great stuff for the community yourself, and we wouldn't be here without the community. So it's wonderful to be a part of it and do our part by wowing people with some ridiculous terrain.
Yeah, and our Dwarven Forge is in every video that we make. And so folks are seeing it, and it's fun just to go in there and alter it up every time and just have all new stories to tell. So, Nate, enjoy the rest of your con, and thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks, Sarah. It's my pleasure. And bye, Internet.